He told everybody this was coming. And I told you at the end of it, when it's all said and done, y'all gonna say Carcino was right. All the pieces and the dominoes are falling in together. So you can see it play out in real time. Like, Cino ain't got no reason to lie about all this. Now, I never saw that TNT would be gone, but TNT was one of the main sticking points. I told you, Adam Silver wasn't happy with TNT and their app. He wanted everybody to be able to access the games. So going into this media rights deal, that was going to be the biggest thing on the table with TNT. They feel like they have to adapt. TNT is like, no, we're cable. That was one of the sticking points in the deal was together because of Turner and they cable and the obligation to cable. You know, you gotta sign up and be part of this thing because their app isn't great, and they had exclusive NBA games, and they've had a contract with the NBA from almost when they first went televised. Ted Turner did this deal with the NBA. It was non-bid. So this is so weird to me that there was actually a bid. Like, you couldn't even bid. TNT had like major games. They had a contract that says they get major games. Now, a major problem is going to happen now. Because I told you, this was all a formality of what was going to happen. Now that this domino is dropped, and it looks like NBC is going to win the bid over Amazon for the 2.5 billion. 2.5 billion is way too rich. Way too rich. Yeah, for TNT, they're not going to pay 2.5. So that's out. They were being outbidded by NBC. So now with this new money coming in, what's it going to do is now you can get new NBA teams. But you can't do that until you get the media rights money. So when they get through with the media rights deal, then you're going to see the Seattle team come in and the Las Vegas team. And then that's going to get spearheaded by Kevin Durant. Listen, I'm trying to tell you, everything that is going to happen. I told you last year this was going to happen. People forget. LeBron might even play for the Vegas team for one of his last season. And Kevin Durant might play for Seattle when they get the Seattle team before he goes to the front office to run the Seahawks team. I'm telling you, this is the big deal of what's going on in sports today. Like, if this media rights deal is depending on the livelihood of the NBA. So they want to go as international as possible. So that's why all this international tournament, I told you this is why. They did the deal with Emirates. This game is international now. They can care less about American basketball players. Y'all believe that? That's the last of a dying breed. Is how many Europeans we can get in here to bring in all that Euro dollars and Euro money. Joker got a whole country behind him. Luka got his country behind him. We don't possess that. Ernie's not going anywhere because he has a deal in place with Turner. He doesn't just do basketball. Ernie does baseball and he does a whole lot of stuff. Ernie's not going anywhere. So that'll be sad to see that this is going to go away. But the only person the NBA can take with them now that we know of is Charles Barkley. That's contract negotiation where he signed for. Charles Barkley had it in his contract. And the reason that he had it in his contract this way is because the media rights deal was going to bid. He was smart to negotiate an out clause that if they lose the NBA, he has a right to get out of his contract. He's not binded to the contract once the NBA, if they lose the NBA. So that means Charles is a free agent. So if they lose the NBA, which they apparently just did, and they're not going to make that announcement until later on. Like, people are not going to get that message, and that shoe ain't going to drop until probably after the playoffs or on their last game, their last broadcast on TNT. They're going to make that announcement. But you're getting it here, like one of the first people to tell you that they lost the bid because they weren't going to compete with that. They're not going to pay $2.5 billion for the NBA. It's not going to do it. There as a staff that have worked there with the camera crew, all those guys. Charles, Shaq, Kenny, they rich. Like, they good. They ain't like, man, how we gonna pay our bills? They are good, all right? They ain't gotta worry about a damn thing. They got their pension. They are good to go. So for the NBC, this getting back to the NBC was where they wanted to go. You want to get back to national television. So I can't say the entire bid is over. We don't know if NBC really won. And we don't know what Amazon's going to do. But NBC has set the stage of what they're willing to pay for the NBA. Now, wait, you blocked me? Who blocked who? What are you talking about? Oh no, don't think like this is happening next year. You're not going to see an expansion for about at least 2-3 years. But they have to wait till the media rights deal is done. Then they can start getting that formatted. That's what the Las Vegas and the stadium, the T-Mobile Arena is actually for. So they're going to actually put their team out there, not just for the Aces. That's going to be their team that they're going to have with LeBron, their Vegas NBA team. And then Seattle's going to have a team. And then that's going to be 32 teams in the league. Seattle and Las Vegas. The Supersonics are coming back. So it's going to be the Seattle Supersonics again. So it's kind of like what the Cleveland Browns did. With the Ravens are really the Cleveland Browns. But the Cleveland fought hard to keep the name the Browns, so they couldn't become the Baltimore Browns. So they had to change their name to the Ravens. And the city fought for the Browns, and they got the Browns back. And now they got the Cleveland Browns back in Cleveland. So same thing's happening with Seattle. Kevin Durant has been campaigning. They fought to keep the name Supersonics. and that was the first team that drafted him. So he was the last superstar to play for the team before they went to Oklahoma City, and that was that. So he wants to bring the team back, and that's the goal. Well, I'm not saying they fired. They'd probably be relocated to some other TNT projects. But a lot of them, this is a career change. Some of them will have to go get jobs somewhere else. Will Shaq and Charles Barkley get? They might take Shaq and Charles. Charles is free. I don't know how Shaq's contract is. They might have Shaq doing something on basketball. They might cover basketball, do breakdowns. They might still have Inside the NBA or the breakdown halftime report with Ernie. This has nothing to do with any players that's like unhappy with the situation and stuff like that. And hit the like button, good people. What's up, Immortal? So Charles Barkley will probably be brought in some capacity over there, and he'll have a deal probably with NBC now. That's only right. He did a good job in negotiating his contract, so he's a free agent. So whatever it is that he, want to do. As long as Draymond's not on the panel. That's funny. As long as Draymond's not on the panel. Well, no, it's a lot of different scenarios taking place. So when you got a lot of different scenarios taking place, the NBA is going to know that this is going to be shocking to a lot of people. And then once they know that, because they haven't made the announcement yet. The announcement's not going to come to probably when TNT does their last game. They're going to say, this is our final broadcast, with the NBA, and they don't want that to be the attention of the playoffs. I know. Once I saw LeBron, I knew I lost my money. I stopped watching the game. That's when I got up. When they showed LeBron in Cleveland, everybody got all excited. I said, shh, there go my money. I ain't watching no more. I got up and left. As soon as I saw LeBron sit down, and they showed LeBron, and he's back in Cleveland and all this for the game, because he wants some attention, I said, oh, I'm out. I'm out. The knee's doing all right. Still got the brace on. Still doing well. Look at this. Got some flexibility. See, got that reaction time coming back. So if anybody thought about stepping up, this ain't the time. They missed their window. Yeah, MCL. No, I don't throw hands like Floyd. Floyd has about 30 plus years of boxing, and his knowledge, his astuteness, he knows the game. So there's not too much I could do there. You know what I'm saying? But I know a thing or two. So I know how to be all right in these situations. Well, if you're relaxed, then a lot of it, is going to go in your favor. It always goes to the relaxed person, normally. You fight too tense, you get yourself fatigued. It's all about pacing. Oh, Lomachenko and Kambosos. We'll have to see. I mean, that was a one-sided ass whooping, but we can talk about it at another time, but I didn't really see a point. I think Devin Haney should rematch Lomachenko. That's what I believe should happen. Give him his shot at the title. Devin Haney, he launched a mega lawsuit against Ryan Garcia. So we finna see what's happening. But like I said, I wasn't gonna make this long. I just wanted to keep this short so y'all can know what time it is. Shouts out to Kwame Brown Bus Life. Shouts out to Tiki TV, Dreamers Pro. Shouts out to Jag Sports with Jose Rodriguez. Welcome to HDII TV. Go to the Patreon, which is Carcino for Life, so you don't miss none of that material we put out there. We got a lot coming today, and I'm out.